Hi, I'm Richard. We're at the Open Air Blues Festival in Brezoi, Day 4. Milwaukee's Sonic Whiskey Storm. The Altered 5 Blues Band will be playing today. With me is Jeff Taylor. Welcome to Brezoi.
Thank you very much.
Tell me, please, why are you altered?
It's just a name. It started out as our guitarist is an amazing guitarist, and it's just like a jazz term. It's like a jazz term, and we tried to change the name many times, and it just stuck. So we just keep it,
When did you discover your voice?
My voice?
Yeah.
My voice came on a Tuesday. About 30.
What did you do with it on a Wednesday?
Well, what happened was, I tell you, I was in an R&B band. We would play like Wilson Pickett kind of music, Wilson Pickett, and I wasn't very good at like being a crooner,
Yeah.
And
Bing Crosby.
so the guy said, let's try some Wilson Pickett songs, and those were much better. And Tuesday night rehearsal, and his wife came downstairs and said, who's that singing? And he said, well, that's JT singing. She said, you should sing like that all the time. Just went right back upstairs. I've been doing it ever since.
Wow. I thought you were joking when you said it was a Tuesday.
It was a Tuesday.
Wow.
I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. She said, I could listen to you sing like that all day long. And then she just went right back upstairs, and I've been doing it ever since.
Great minds drink alike.
Great minds drink alike, yeah.
What's it like working with 5 honkies?
Yeah, those are my brothers. They're white boys, but I love them. I love them. We don't get into a lot of racial stuff like that. They know I'm a large black man, so you know what I'm saying. They're well aware but we try to focus on the music. But we're very honest and open about what's going on in the world, and we're able to talk about that. But those guys are my brothers. I've been with them for a long time, so we don't really have a whole lot of issues like that. They know how I feel.
No, of course, I was joking.
Yeah, no,
Sorry about that.
But people look at us. I'm a large black man, and I'm their singer.
That was my first reaction when I saw the
But
photo.
it's like, oh my God! But the music works. The songs start with my voice, and so that's how we go. So it's a great band.
You were a school principal.
I was. Yeah.
How has guiding young minds shaped your perspective on storytelling and leadership on stage?
The funny thing is, when I started, it makes sense to me. To me, in my brain, it makes sense to have that transition. It's basically a different kind of performance. When you're talking to large crowds of teachers, you're trying to influence young minds, and the education today is very, very difficult. So you have to be believable, and you have to lead by example. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same way in music. When you're on stage, you have to be believable. You have to be like, hey, you know what? I lived through this heartache. I lived through this pain, and have the listener buy into what you're doing. To me, it makes sense. People always ask me, how did you be a principal first and now you're singing? How do you do that? And in my mind, very simple. It makes sense to me. That's how my life turned out. But yeah, and like I said, with education being so difficult, you have to be able to have knowledge about how to assist a teacher if somebody's struggling. For example, we had a show the other night, and I've been retired for about 5 years. And a lot of my old staff, they all come to the shows now. And, hugs backstage. And
That's really nice.
And it's and to see them, I'm retired now, I got a new wife, and, with the kids, and hi, this is Mr. Taylor, and this was my boss. And, the positiveness of it is just, it almost brought me to tears. And people that, I mean, they come now. They come all the time. They've been very supportive. So it's a wonderful thing.
Have you ever performed a song and realized on stage that it's about you, not someone else?
A lot of the songs are about me. Oh yeah, a lot of the songs are about me. And it's not about. For example, on the new album, we have a song called "I Can't Shake It," and in that song, it talks about my childhood. I almost drowned as a child in Wisconsin in the winter under the ice in the river. So that happened to me. There was a situation when the house got on fire, and so that song is about my childhood. But we do it all the time, And the way we write songs, and this is one of the ways is that we have a unique approach to songwriting. And Jeff will just come and tell me a story, and I've got lots of stories, and so I would just tell him, this is what happened to me, and so this is just a way to get conversations started, a way to get the process started. But yeah, there's quite a few songs that are about me.
And there was a time frame in your band's history where when you would road test songs live before recording them.
Yeah.
Is there a song that you dropped from an album because it worked live, but it felt empty in the studio?
Oh yeah. Well, I tell you, there's a couple of them, and that we always say, we should bring that song back. I always listen to the older recordings, and it's just beautiful. But we have so many of them. And it's funny because there was a time when we didn't have enough songs. I remember that. And now we have too many. But there's a couple. We have this one song called "Rotten" off of one of the albums, and it has at the end there's solos between the keyboard guy and the guitarist, back and forth, trading.
Like a dialogue.
Amazing stuff. And we don't play that. We don't play that song anymore. There's a few of them, but as far as road testing, like I said before, the advantage is when you get to the studio, much faster. I've done one album, me vocally, because I have my own vocal day just a day where I sing all the songs. I've had a lot of
one takes.
One or two. I've had several, when we do it that way, because we played the songs for like a year, and I went in there. Yeah. So this one not so much. This latest one, it took a while. I was still pretty good, but it took a while. Day and a half.
What's the name of the album, and when did it come out? Your latest album.
We don't even have a name for the album that we just recorded.
Okay, so it will be released.
It will be released. The latest album is an EP called "Testifying." There's about 5 or 6 songs on there, wonderful songs, and so that was pretty good too. There's a lot of good songs in there.
But your debut album was a collection of cover songs. What made you decide to make your own music?
Well, we were. Our original quest was to make blues songs out of rock songs. You know how rock and roll comes from blues? We were going to go the other way. That was our concept. And so we were doing bluesified. As a matter of fact, the first album is called Bluesified. Bluesified versions of rock songs, Running with the Devil.
Brass in the Pocket.
Brass in Pocket, which I love. That was a great song. We used to do Young Americans, David Bowie. We used to do, yeah. And so I like that. But we kind of realized, we need to change, and we got tired of being a bar band, and what are we going to do, and so we kind of got together and just talked about it, and we all kind of write songs. And so we're always constantly trying, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And that's what I love about the band. is that we all have a very democratic approach to what we do. And so, you know, the first album, then we had Charmed and Dangerous. Charmed and Dangerous was our third album, and that kind of put us on the map. Radio, Sirius XM, you know, B.B. King's Bluesville, and first time hearing ourselves on the radio, and so that was nice. But it's a democratic process, and we try to, you know, anybody has an idea, bring it forward. Let's try it. Let's see what it sounds like. Let's see what it feels like. Yeah, if it's comfortable for me to sing, I got no problem singing it.
And you're playing tonight somewhere around 8:30, I think?
8:30, 8:40.
Is this your first time in Romania?
First time in Romania.
What do you think of Brezoi?
I think it's a beautiful city. We were out walking around this morning, and I think it's just gorgeous. Took a long time to get here, but
From Nashville.
From Chicago, yeah, it took a long time, but it's a beautiful city, and so we're looking forward to the show.
So are we. Good luck with the music.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with everything, and we're waiting for you to come on down to the Open Air Blues Festival in Brezoi. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it.